we're back. Half asleep, but we're back. You know, we got to put out great content for the folks. That's just how we do it. All right, Trevor, MLB playoffs are finally set. Look, my playoff picks are looking pretty good. The Dodgers look good, but I think the Braves are going to shock the world.
Yeah.
Make it to the World Series. And they're going to play the Astros.
They're going to win.
Probably, yeah. I picked them to win from the beginning. They're just the best team, dude.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. They just are the best team. They look the best. They play the best. It's just, it'd be very surprising if someone beat them. And I don't see that happening.
Me neither.
I don't care about the Yankees. I don't care about anybody else. It's the Astros, Astros, Astros.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know a whole lot about baseball.
But, dude, you know the Astros are going to win.
No, yeah. I know enough to know the Astros are going to win.
Yeah. If the Astros don't win it, it's going to be like, wow.
Yeah.
They should have won it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Verlander, they have a great team.
Yeah, they should win. I mean, there's no point that they shouldn't. All right, move on to the NFL. Some trades that may or may not happen. Stephon Diggs, he's the Vikings wide receiver. He's pretty frustrated with good old Kirk Cousins.
I think everybody on that team is.
Not being able to throw him the ball. And there's some rumors about him maybe getting traded. And he made a statement about rumors. He said, like, you always believe what you hear or something stupid like that. So, I think he's going to get traded.
Well, the thing is that I think that if they do trade him, the organization is admitting that they're on this is Kirk Cousins' team.
Yeah.
So, and once you make that decision, you can't really go back on that.
Look, he's a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
If someone comes with a second-round pick and a player, they're going to take it.
They need a decent player out of it.
Yeah, but you know what I
Maybe
mean.
a quarterback.
Tough. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a quarterback for him. If you get a quarterback, it's pointless to trade him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's really pointless to trade him.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think they will trade him. I think this is gonna ride out, and we're gonna see some changes at the quarterback because the whole organization is pretty much all in agreement that Kirk Cousins is not the guy. Because right now, I think he's playing like probably the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Pretty close. I mean, I think it's just the thing with, like, they just don't trust him to throw the ball. Like, they run the ball like 30 times a game now.
Yeah.
And if you pay a guy $84 million over 3 years, you're gonna want him to throw the ball. And obviously,
a really hard contract to get rid of.
Obviously, he doesn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of that contract. You just have to ride it out.
Yeah.
Like, they're stuck with him for this year and the next year. I think Diggs will be traded, probably not this season, but probably after the season. Just on the fact that the player movement, everybody, if you want out, you can get out nowadays. There's no doubt about it. And they already have a good wide receiver in Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
So, and they have 2 good tight ends. So you don't really need him. He's kind of just an asset at this point with a good running back. If you can trade him, get a second-round pick, and maybe like a player, maybe an offensive lineman or something like that, you do that trade all day.
And it's so funny how you pointed out how they have 2 good tight ends, a good receiver, a good running back.
And then you still can't
And
win.
they can't win.
Yeah. Because your quarterback can't throw the ball.
Horrible.
But it doesn't help when you play the Bears, and it's the best defense in the NFL. I mean, come on. All right, Jalen Ramsey's still not traded. He's still not practiced. The excuses for him practicing was illness, back, baby, back. I don't know what the hell's going on here with these guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if they're kind of expecting a trade to happen.
I don't.
Well, I understand the baby thing.
Well, I mean, come on, like. The baby. Okay, so this is what I don't get is he is a young man. He's really good at what he does. Sorry, Dylan's walking through. No big deal. Oh, it's the Son of Jesus. Holy, holy, the Son of Jesus. Sorry, he's gone now. All right, yeah, no, but what I was saying is he's a young man. Let me turn my ringer off here. Sorry. All right, Hollywood over here. No, he's a young man, and he plays in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But he lives in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What is he making country music all of a sudden? You live in Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah. He's an aspiring country.
What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think he's trying to tell us something. He cares more about country music than football.
Or maybe he'll be a Titan.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Oh, he's I mean, but that would be a pretty good deal for him.
Why do you not live in like L.A. or like somewhere
Yeah,
warm?
that's a weird
Who lives in Nashville, Tennessee?
I like Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had,
But if you're a young NFL player
Yeah.
and you're arguably the best at your position, you don't live in Nashville, Tennessee unless you're forced to.
right.
I'm telling you, he might be making country music.
That'd be pretty cool.
I mean,
I would definitely listen.
I mean, maybe he's the new Lil Nas X.
I mean, I
Little
haven't
rap
listened,
country going
I haven't
on there.
listened to like any Damian Lillard stuff. I heard he's good.
Man, I heard that shit is fire.
I
I heard he
haven't listened
dissed
to
Shaq, bro.
Yeah, I saw.
Heard
I
he
saw what he
dissed
said.
Shaq.
But yeah, if Jalen Ramsey made country music, I'd definitely listen to it.
Yeah, I'd-
Immediately. As soon as I heard that he was making country music, I would find his song and turn it on.
Oh, I bet it's good.
What if it was? Yeah, what if it was really good?
It's probably a country folk diss track on the
Oh.
Jaguars.
I think so too.
No, in
think
all
it
seriousness, if the Jaguars, look, he obviously wants to leave. He's not gonna practice. Trade him. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
Like, come on, get him out of town.
move on. They won without him. So, I mean, they did beat the 0-4 Broncos, but
But still,
it was still a big win.
he doesn't obviously want to be there. He's not practicing.
Yeah.
Like, what guy's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Nashville, Tennessee, and I got my baby, and like this is where I live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, just trade him, get him out of there. I know I know these teams want to sever and like love on these relationships and everything, but if a guy wants to go, don't hold him back. Let him go.
Yeah, and it's hard because he's one of the better young talents in the NFL. I mean, he's a really good. He's probably one of the best corners, either him or Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, for sure. And you're just gonna sit there and just not make him play. Like, what? This hurts you just as much as it hurts him, and you could be getting something for him,
Yeah.
like picks. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
because you
you
kind of
do.
need that.
Yeah, you do need picks. I mean, I think Gardner. So far, I think Gardner is the franchise.
Well, right now at this point, yeah, Nick Foles.
Come back to Philly, baby.
What goes around comes around. You took someone else's job, won. He's gonna take your job and win.
Come on, come back to Philly. We miss you.
I mean, that's obviously what it shows. Garner Minshew is a beast. He's
is
got
a
the
beast.
stash.
Did you see his completion percentage?
It's high. It's high.
It's 69.420.
69 for him. You know
And
that.
420.
Yeah. You know he likes that kind of
That's his
stuff.
actual completion.
You know he likes that kind of stuff probably. He wears
Probably.
jorts, the headband. Come on. Come on.
He's a beautiful specimen.
He lived in Washington State. Oh.
Yeah, he did.
There you go. Just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we thought Jalen Ramsey was the biggest thug on his team. I think Garner Minshew is.
That's true.
Minshew
Pretty
thug.
gangster.
Minshew thug.
He is.
Minshew
He's a
thug.
cool guy. You
No.
hear the story on, I
What?
think you told
What?
the Barstool?
Oh yeah, he tried breaking his
Yeah.
hand so he could get redshirted.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Didn't
not
work.
gangster. I don't know what isn't.
Yeah, that's pretty gangster.
He was drinking Jack and trying to break his hand.
That's probably what led to. I mean, he says that he was drinking it to break his hand. I think that he was drinking it was like,
I'm gonna break my
"I'm gonna
hand.
break my hand."
Yeah. You know what? Maybe Jalen Ramsey should try that.
Yeah.
Get out of town, break your hand, get in a freak accident, and get out of town.
That's right. Go to Nashville, start your record. You
Yeah.
can't play a guitar with a broken hand though.
No, but you think he plays his own guitar?
I would hope so if he's a country artist.
He's vocalist.
Oh,
He's a vocalist.
so he's pop country. He's
Yeah.
a little pop.
Yeah, he's Lil Nas X.
Oh god.
Yeah. All right. NFL games. Look, the Patriots play the Redskins 5-0, without a doubt. The game tonight's pretty good. The Rams and the Seahawks. I think we'll figure a lot out by the Rams.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying yesterday, what the hell are they?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
Yeah. Last year they were dominant.
We
pretty
don't
much.
know. Like Jared Goff throws for 500 yards, but he also threw for like 2 picks.
Yeah.
The defense gave up 50 points to the Bucks.
I had 2 Bucks players sitting on the bench in my fantasy team, so
Happens.
that's kind of how my weekend went.
Happens. No, but it's for real. It's like, what are the Rams? We expect them to be good, but we don't really know. Obviously, Todd Gurley's not healthy. I think that hurts them. Not running the ball, but if he's not healthy, in my opinion, don't play him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if he's not 100%, and you're not willing to give him the ball at least 15 times a game, 20 times a game, don't play him.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that you kind of need at peak level because he's very intense runner.
Yeah.
He's a real run down your throat, run
Oh,
you
yeah.
over, run all over you, catch the ball. It's unfortunate to see him hurt because he is really one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Oh, for sure. When at his peak, he probably was the best running back in the
Yeah,
NFL.
he-
That's why he got that big contract, and now he
he's
has
not-
arthritis or whatever it is, and he's hurting now. And it's stupid.
It is stupid. I wish he would come back, but he's hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been hurt since the Super Bowl.
Before the Super Bowl
yeah.
playoffs last year, towards the end of the year last year.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that all went. I mean, that was kind of like a big part of their offense, and
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's maybe why they struggled in the Super Bowl.
Maybe, maybe not.
I don't know. I think if they once you get the running game going, it opens up all the pass.
Well, for them it does because they do a lot of play action.
Mhm.
But that is where, as a coach and a quarterback, you need to go like, we can't have that. We
Yeah.
have to change things up.
Yeah, one of the best coaches in Sean
Yeah.
McVay. They kind of just never got anything going.
No, I mean you have to change something up. I mean, okay, right now, who's the best NFL team to you right now?
I would probably say, okay, I'm going to take record completely out of this.
Okay.
I'm going to say who I think has the most talent on their football team and will shock a lot of people.
Okay, after 4 weeks. After the
And,
first 4 weeks.
Yeah. And guess what?
Okay.
It's still the Patriots.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Patriots. I mean,
Even though I said I'd take record out of it, there's a lot of, I think this year for some reason we're seeing a lot of weaknesses out of a lot of teams.
like I keep saying around this department, until you beat them, you're not them, and you're not number one.
Right.
So, and even if they lose a game, it's not like that. But what I mean by that is like, until you beat them in the playoffs when it really matters, throughout this whole year, they're going to be the number one team, without a doubt. I don't care what the Chiefs do. I don't care what any other team does.
Until they beat them.
Until you beat them in the playoffs,
Oh, so it has to be in the playoffs.
yeah, because that's when it counts. I don't care
I
in the
get
regular season if you beat them. You know what I mean? Who cares? Until you beat them when it matters, they'll be the number one team throughout this whole NFL season.
Yeah, probably. Unless something catastrophic happens.
Their defense is dominant.
Yeah, their defense is very good.
Tom still throws the ball better than half the NFL, and he's half their age.
He's double their age.
Double their age, but what I was meaning was they are half his
Yeah,
age,
yeah.
and he still throws it better than they do.
Yeah.
There's,
Sure.
it's without a doubt, they're the best team.
Yeah. There's, like, especially that Monday night game. Was it Monday night we played the Steelers?
Sunday night,
Sunday night?
opening night.
Yeah, that was just one of the most, like, insane things. It's very rarely do you see the Steelers get dominated like that.
Especially in the first game of the year when like that's the only thing you've been preparing for,
Mhm.
and they came out and they just flatlined them.
Yeah. What, like 33-3 or something? I mean, but that team is falling. Like I said, these teams, almost every team in the NFL is just falling apart.
For the most part, it's after 4 weeks. I don't think we've seen this before, but if you have a 2-2 record but you've played decent, I feel like you're like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Like Philly.
yeah. Like there's teams that you're just like, thank God we're at here because we
Yeah.
could be this.
Yeah.
And then if you're like a 3-1 or you're still undefeated, you're like, okay, we're in a great spot.
Yeah, like 49ers.
The 49ers, Chiefs, and Patriots are the only undefeated teams.
Yeah, and I haven't really watched any of the 49ers. The Chiefs should be 3-1.
Should be.
They
Should be.
were very, very close
Yeah.
to losing.
The
to
Lions should still be undefeated.
The Lions look like a top 10 team to me.
Yeah, right now, if they keep playing the way they do,
They're playing really well.
there's good games this week. Like you have the Packers playing the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Great game. That's where I think you're gonna find out a lot about both those teams.
Mm-hmm.
Is Aaron Rodgers who he is, and is Dak Prescott really who he is?
Mhm.
Because he got a little embarrassed Sunday night.
Yeah.
You have
I'm looking forward to the Browns 49ers.
yeah, that's a great game too. I mean,
We're gonna
like
see if the 49ers are for real.
yeah, that's where you're gonna figure out okay, who's who.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Great games. Khalil Mack gets his revenge game against the Raiders.
And London.
He's going to destroy them. I told you he's going to have 12 sacks, 5 touchdowns. Like, our offense isn't going to have to play. Like, Khalil Mack
Yeah.
can just play the whole game.
Is Mitch Trubisky back?
I don't think he's going to play,
Oh my God, that's good.
which doesn't hurt us.
No, I think Chase Daniels is honestly a better quarterback.
He probably is a better
Trubisky.
thrower without a doubt.
I mean, running is very small. We've seen guys. Tom Brady has been playing for 20 years and just got to 1,000 rushing yards.
Yeah, but I mean, it's nice to have some athletic ability, especially in the offense we run.
Yeah.
Just with the read option stuff. But dude, Chase Daniels can throw dimes, and we're playing the Raiders. His confidence is going to get built up. He beat a good team in the Vikings with a good defense.
If Peterson can adapt his offense to Nick Foles not being the most athletic guy, then
I think Chase Daniels can do the same. Yeah, Chase Daniels will be fine. We'll be fine.
I mean, if I was Mitch Trubisky, I'd be worried about him playing too well because last game he looked really good.
Well, Chase Daniels played good last year. He went 1-1. Should have beat the Giants, so he should have been 2-0. But he knows the offense. He can play quarterback. He can throw the ball, and we'll be fine. It's all about confidence.
What Bears game did we watch when they won with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback?
The Redskins.
The Redskins game, yeah. Even though Mitch had a few touchdown passes,
they were all in the first half.
And they were, especially towards the beginning of the game, they were not. The passes he did complete were not good passes.
No, I mean, look, I said it before. He's not a. Our offensive line sucks, and our quarterback sucks. And you need those two to be able to win games. I don't know if this is the offensive line just isn't gelling or whatever, but we can't run the ball, and we kind of need to run the ball. Yeah. And we need to figure out the quarterback.
Especially when you guys got two good running backs.
Yeah. Well, one's not been playing good. Cohen has sucked.
Cohen played well against the Vikings.
Yeah, but other than that, he's sucked.
Yeah.
Don't come out and play good in 1 week and play shitty the other 3 weeks.
Yeah, but your rookie is playing pretty well.
He's
for what he's
battering ram, bro.
For what he has been getting offered from
the offensive line that sucks. Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, he's not playing well. Like if you just look at his stats, but if you actually watch him play. A lot of his line
he just destroys people, though.
Well, even when the line doesn't do the job, he'll still get you
breaks tackles
4 or 5 yards, which is I like him.
No, I think the NFL is. I think we're seeing more of a parity in the NFL now. I think more everybody kind of has a quarterback that could win games, or they have a quarterback that can win, but they'll shit the bed sometimes. I think that's what we're seeing. You're seeing more balance, which I like, because you don't really know what's going to happen week to week. You still know who the better teams are, but you have teams that you always look at like, oh, they're going to suck. They might be pretty good. You never really know. Yeah. There's a lot of teams like that this year.
And like you said, I think almost every team has a quarterback that can. I mean, obviously besides the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, there's some teams, the Steelers.
Mason Rudolph's playing pretty well.
Yeah, but they played the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals, no.
But you know what I mean? It's like you have a quarterback that might be able to win you a game, or a quarterback that could win you a game and shit the bed for you also. There's a lot of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's going to be fun, I think, the rest of this year, because we're going to figure out a lot about every team going into the playoffs, and I feel like the playoffs are going to be great this year.
Yeah, I think they're going to be really
Every game is going to be close.
Yeah, because there's not a whole lot of separation. Because the last few years we've seen like the great teams, the good teams, the bad teams, and the terrible teams, and now it's like the great teams.
You have the great teams, a pile of everything, and then your crap, your crap pile.
And there's like in the terrible, it's just like the Dolphins.
It's mostly the Dolphins and the Cardinals, and those are like I think those are the only teams that don't have a win. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah,
but those are terrible teams. Those are teams that are
Jets.
like. Yeah, the Jets. But the Jets said their quarterback got hurt, so they would be in the pile of ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's who the Phillies got this week, so I'm pretty excited about that.
You should be. That's a win.
Yeah,
that's a W.
I hope so. I thought the Lions game was going to be a win, but they're actually pretty
decent. The Lions are pretty decent this year, dude. Stafford's playing out of his ass.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to move on to college football. All right. My number one thing is, where the hell is Clemson at? Where are these Clemson Tigers at? Look, I know that we look at them last year and like, oh my gosh, they played great in the championship game. I know you can't duplicate that every week. I know it's difficult. But what the hell? You should have lost North Carolina, in my opinion. North Carolina should have kicked the PAT last weekend, gone into overtime, because see what happened. You don't deserve to win that kind of game. They've not played good at all.
No.
And they haven't played anybody good. That's the problem. You've scored 50 points, but it's like you score 50 points because you should score 50 points. Not that you are scoring 50 points.
Right. Yeah. I agree. I mean, and it's a weird thing. I mean, kind of with college football too. But there's a lot of great teams in college football that you could see win the national championship.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
and that's why I think.
And I mean, sadly, most of them are in the South, but there's a lot of good teams.
Yeah, there is a lot of good teams. I mean, yeah, obviously a lot of good teams in the SEC and the Big 12. I mean, there's some good teams in the Big 12 that I would see could be sneaking their way into the college. I mean, Big 10, they have
Ohio
a good
State.
team, yeah.
Well, yeah, Penn State, Wisconsin is pretty good too. No, if you're Clemson, you come in with all this hype. Can you not live up to the hype?
Right.
Can you not come in being number one team?
That's what Trevor Lawrence gets for trying to fight people in intramural basketball.
Well, this is my thing, though. This is like why I picked Alabama to win. It's like Alabama can seize under the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were kind of the snake in the grass this year.
Right.
They were just kind of stalking everybody out. They can win under pressure. They don't care. They know how to play. Nick Saban knows how to coach coming in with high expectations. This year, their expectations were not nearly as high as Clemson's for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, as of right now, if I'm Alabama, I'm sitting in a great spot.
Yeah.
I'm now the number one team, and we're just going to keep chugging along here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Do I think Alabama should be the number one team? No.
no.
But they're chugging along.
Yeah, and I think I saw something this past weekend that really kind of surprised me. Auburn could be a college football playoff contender.
They could. They play Florida this week. That's our college
Yeah,
game day pick 'em.
yeah.
We'll do that later.
Florida, yeah, they're playing Florida this week, but Bo Nixon played pretty well last
It's Bo
week.
Nix.
Bo Nix,
Not
sorry.
Nixon.
Sorry.
Not
Sorry.
Nixon.
Hey, I'm sorry, dude.
Come on. Calm down, dude.
I
Jeez.
know, I'm like so.
You get so excited for
I
this
get so
kid.
excited. But Bo Nix's son. Bo
Okay.
Nix's son.
Okay.
Like, what Asian movie was that?
I don't know.
It was Daniel's son. Yes.
Yeah, Daniel
Yeah,
San.
yeah.
Daniel San.
So Bo Nix, he played well,
Yeah.
and he didn't. I mean, people have been kind of on him like the past.
Well, because he's a freshman.
Yeah, but those were his first 3 or 4 games. It's kind of
Look.
hard to.
When he played Oregon, I was very surprised that he drove him down the field to win.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, this kid can play. And then they played somebody that's crappy, and then they played Texas A&M, and he played great. And it was like, wow, this kid can play.
Mm-hmm.
If he can beat Florida, we'll get to the picks later, but if he can beat Florida, it's going to be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this
Very
kid is
good.
God.
Yeah.
Like, Auburn's coach might save his job.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo Nix is like maybe looked over as bigger than Cam Newton in Auburn.
Yeah.
Like, just because he grew up as an Auburn kid, his dad
Right.
played there, and you start winning for that school,
Yeah.
oh my
That's pretty
gosh.
awesome. Yeah, but yeah, I think they can be a playoff contender.
It could be. It just depends on this week. This is like, as the weeks go on and you get into your games, this is where you really figure out where teams are.
Mhm.
Florida has a tough schedule coming up. They play Auburn, they play LSU, then they play somebody, then they have to play Georgia. So that's top 10 teams right there.
Yeah.
So if Florida got through this stretch, which I'm not saying they will, but if they did get through that stretch undefeated, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
With a backup quarterback,
Yeah.
well, I think the backup's better than their starter was,
Yeah.
but
You really had
you don't know. No, I like there's great teams in college football. It's fun to see, even like one-loss teams. You're like, that team's pretty good. Being a Notre Dame fan, we have one loss, but we're still a good team. Texas was one loss, but it's like, and the thing with Texas and Notre Dame is like, we have one loss, but Texas lost to LSU,
Yeah, good team.
and we lost to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 2 great losses to have.
Yeah.
I think that we played Bowling Green, win. Not even gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking about Michigan. I hope they lose. They play Iowa. Okay. No, I think this week's gonna be fun. Okay, now Ohio State plays Michigan State.
Yeah. I think it's good. I mean, I'm sad.
Dylan, okay, as a Michigan State fan, Dylan himself thinks they're gonna win. I told him I have a better chance of something. I'll not say it on air. I told him I have a better chance of
I
something.
remember what you said. Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Can't say it. But I told him I have a better chance than that than Michigan State going into Ohio State and winning.
Right. And I like Michigan State.
Yeah, I like them better than Michigan.
Yeah.
But
But they're not gonna win.
look, I've read a stat, and it was like for the last 2 or 3 games, they've only scored field goals against Ohio State.
Yeah, against the last few games.
And Ohio State's defense sucked last year.
Yeah,
This
their
defense this
is
year,
amazing.
wow.
Their offense is good too. This team, I'm telling you, dude, this is
No, I know this is
national
a
champion team right here.
this is a really good team. If Clemson keeps playing the way they are, Ohio State's going to jump
Ohio
them.
State will beat Clemson.
Oh yeah, if they played right, if they played right,
now,
oh yes, without a
Ohio
doubt.
State would maybe
Without a
blow
doubt.
out Clemson.
Oh, I probably think it. I think so. Okay, then let's go into ranking the teams. We'll do our top 5.
Okay.
My number 1.
We gotta go from 5.
Okay, we'll do 5. All right, my number 5 team. If I was sitting here right now, if I got to pick the teams, which I'd love to do that because I think I'd have a great say in things. I would go with my number 5 team. I hate to do it to them, but I got to do it to them. Clemson.
Yeah.
They're my number 5.
They're 5. Wow.
They're my number 5. 4 would be Georgia, just because you have the win against Notre Dame, who's number 9. 3 would be LSU. They've played great, and you have the win over Texas, who's 7. 7 or 8. I think they're 8. And then I would go Alabama 2, Ohio State 1.
Okay. So I would go. Okay, I would go. Georgia. No. Yeah, Georgia.
Georgia.
I would go Auburn 5.
Okay, Auburn 5.
Georgia 4.
Okay.
I don't even want to put Clemson in this.
Yeah, you could. I thought about having Clemson 6 as well when I was thinking about this, like by myself. Just thinking about if I were to rank the teams, maybe having Auburn up there, maybe having Wisconsin up
That's
there.
what I want to put Auburn in there, but okay, I'm gonna put Auburn at 5.
Okay,
Who did I put at 5 before?
you had Auburn.
It was Auburn.
Yeah, you had Auburn.
So then 4 was. Did I pick the 4?
You started to say Georgia,
Yeah, I want to
but
put Georgia at 4. Oklahoma at 4.
okay,
3. I'll go Georgia.
okay,
2 Alabama, 1 Ohio State.
okay. I thought about maybe having Oklahoma higher than Clemson, but then I thought you play in the Big 12. Heck.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like right now they're probably about the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like if you're tied in golf, it'd be like tied for 5, and then you have your 7th player or whatever. No, I think Clemson right now, they're a 5 team in the country. They're not number 1 by any means. Do I think they should be number 2 in the polls? No. But they started out number 1. That's why preseason polls suck, because if you were to come in and say after the first month, this is when you started ranking teams.
Yeah.
Right now, if you go into this weekend, first weekend in October, you would look at
The preseason and compare it to the.
yeah, you would take out Clemson would be 5.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Clemson would be 5. And maybe your one-loss teams might be higher.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know how they would do it. But Clemson would not be top 2.
And it's just so weird. They seemed so dominant last year.
'Cause they
and
were.
When they won the national championship, people were talking about, the new dynasty.
But this is what expectations do to you. Can you live up to them? That's why everybody's like, that's same. Like I told you, same thing happened with Tua last year when he came in after winning the national championship. Last year was, oh my God, you're going to win the Heisman. You're going to do this. You're going to do this.
Yeah.
And they played great, didn't live up to expectations like everybody thought, and they lost.
Right.
Same thing now with Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win the Heisman. You're gonna do all this stuff, and he's been
Yeah, and I was listening to your boy, Timothy Tebow,
Yeah, my guy.
and he was talking about it's easy to be like at the top.
Yeah, the guy
It's
that did it.
But it's harder to stay at the top.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
If you want to talk to anybody about winning, it's that guy.
Timothy Tebow.
He's the last guy to like just dominantly win.
Like the one individual.
Yeah. No, look, Trevor Lawrence is a great player. He's a great pro prospect. But they got to switch some up. I don't know what they have to do. I mean, you have 2 wide receivers who are really good.
Yeah.
And you have a good running back. You have a really good running back. And you're just not doing anything. I don't know if it's the defense or what Dabo. Look, I believe in Dabo, and whatever he does, he's going to do something great. But they got to figure it out now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what their problem is. It's kind of hard. I don't know. I feel like college teams don't really get as dissected as like NFL teams, so it's kind of hard to be so obvious with what's like going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I haven't seen a whole lot of Clemson.
No, I don't. They just haven't done much, and they haven't won games. And until they do, we're gonna be looking at them and be like, "Oh, they're good, but what can they do?" That's how I'm gonna look at them. People might look at them like, "Oh, they're still good." I'm always gonna look at them and be like, "Well, what else? Give me
Right.
something else.
Yeah.
That's just the type of person I am. You did good, but what else can you do for me?
Right. Yeah.
And they haven't
It's a new
done
season,
anything.
You gotta move on.
Yeah, and you're like a month into the season now. This is when you start figuring it out. Because this is when you're slow. I mean, I know they don't play a lot of great teams because they play in the ACC, but you should start figuring it out now. Like, your tougher games are going to come, and you need to figure it out now
Yeah.
before it's too late and they skid up a game and they might lose.
Yeah.
But maybe almost losing to North Carolina, maybe that sparks it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I think they're all aware of where they
Oh, yeah.
are
I mean,
supposed to be and where they're projected to be or whatever.
and where they're at right now, I think they
Yeah,
would tell you.
And I think that almost loss to North Carolina will want them to be like, all right, we gotta stop messing around.
Yeah. Like, let's pick it up.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our college game day pick.
Yeah. Boy.
Game day is at Auburn in Florida. It's at Florida, but it's Auburn versus Florida. Florida comes in. They have a backup quarterback.
Yep.
They're a 3-point favorite
Mm-hmm.
in the Swamp. I think it's a day game, 3:30. It'll probably go into the dark.
Yeah.
Auburn goes in with Bo Nix.
Well, Nick's son.
Bo Nixon. Yeah, I like that a lot better. The heir apparent to Auburn football.
Yeah.
I'm picking Florida. If you know me personally, you know if I'm not rooting for Notre Dame, I'm rooting for Florida. I always have. I'm going to go with Florida. I just think that at home, Dan Mullen is your coach. The backup quarterback can play. If Filippo Franks is playing, you're going to Auburn all day. I mean, you would. But with Florida at home, your quarterback, for some reason, this kid just came out of nowhere.
Right.
And Grantham's defense for Florida is they blitz a lot, and I don't think Bo Nix has seen stuff like that yet. Remember, he's still a freshman. Grantham is the defensive coordinator.
No, Bo Nix.
Bo Nixon.
Sorry.
Bo Nixon. I got to get that in my tongue.
Yeah.
Got to get into my language. Bo
Yeah.
Nixon.
Bo Nix' son.
I don't think he's seen anything like this yet.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to get destroyed. I think Florida will win by 10 points.
Okay. Well, I'm picking Auburn.
Okay.
I do agree that I don't think Bo Nix' son has seen a lot of this, but I think their offensive play calling has been excellent.
Yeah, it has been. Gus Malzahn's been doing good.
He's keeping killing it. I think they'll prepare well for Florida, especially offensively. I don't know how good their defense is and
Their defense line's pretty good.
So, I'm kind of expecting a shootout.
Okay.
I'm expecting a high-scoring game. I'm gonna pick Auburn by 3.
By 3, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Field goal?
Field goal.
Field goal line. Okay. No, I mean, this game is probably like a swing and pick 'em game. I mean, you don't really know much about either team.
Right.
I'm picking Florida because I like them. That's the only reason why.
Right.
All right. You got anything else you want to discuss? Gets it out to the people.
I was thinking about this yesterday. Who would you say is the most underrated player in the NFL?
Most underrated player in the NFL.
Admittedly, I was watching highlights of a certain person, so I might be riding a little high.
Underrated player in the NFL right now.
I feel bad because I have mine. I kind of just sprung this.
No, I mean,
It could be anyone.
no, I'm thinking about other people I look at as underrated and people don't maybe talk about as much.
If the person is talked about a lot, that's fine. But are they talked about as much as they should be?
I'm going to go with a guy I like a lot. I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
Just because, to me, he might be the best running back in the NFL, and we don't think of him like that.
Right.
Ever since Cam Newton got hurt and Kyle Allen's played, he's been playing crazy.
Yeah.
Because he's been able to catch the ball and actually get the ball thrown to him
Yeah.
farther than 5 yards.
And he's a great receiver.
Yeah. Like
He's
he'll
always been a great
he'll
receiver.
probably do 1,000 this year.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
And look, I know everybody wants to talk about Zeke and Gurley and Kamara and all them, but dude, McCaffrey can play.
Yeah, and one of my second most underrated guys is actually on that team. I was thinking of Luke Kuechly.
Yeah,
So
Kuechly's
that's
pretty underrated.
He is very underrated. He's one of the best. He's probably the best defensive. He's like the next Ray Lewis.
I think Bobby Wagner's Ray Lewis, Kuechly's
so.
the Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, just the way that he dissects plays before they even happen is very Ray Lewis-esque.
Because, oh yeah, I get that too. I just think that because I think Bobby Wagner's a little bit more athletically gifted, and that's how Ray Lewis was.
Yeah.
And but Brian Urlacher, he did it mostly, not saying Ray Lewis was stupid, but Urlacher did it mostly appear and off instinct.
Right, yeah.
He didn't go off his athletic ability as much.
Ooh, number 6. Oh! My most underrated quarterback in the NFL, look at that number 5 right there.
I didn't see it. Who was it?
I'm a most underrated player in the NFL.
Oh, who was it?
Russell Wilson.
Do you think Russell Wilson?
I think he's the most underrated player in the NFL.
Yeah, because I think that, look, he got the big contract. No one talked about him again. He right now, he's very underappreciated.
So underappreciated.
Because we talk about guys like Aaron Rodgers more than him. We talk about, guys just like that. It's like, come for real, man.
Yeah.
Look, Russell Wilson can play football.
Yes.
And a guy that can pave the way for other younger players in this in this league. Look, you're seeing your Kyler Murrays. And I remember I talked about Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't run. Russell's small and runs. So you guys like Kyler Murray, Tua, those kind of guys. That's because of Russell Wilson.
Yeah, absolutely.
So no, I definitely agree with that.
Well, and the thing for me is we talk about him running, which
but he hasn't ran as much.
He's amazing in the pocket.
Yeah, he's been throwing the ball more.
He can stay in the pocket. But my thing that I really thought about, and I watched the top 100 thing.
Okay.
When he was 25.
A little low.
Very low. He throws probably the best deep ball in the NFL.
For a small guy, yeah.
He throws. I'm telling you, he probably throws the ball like 100 feet in the air.
Yeah, he gets a good peek on it.
And like they were talking about it, like Prince of McNamara was talking about it, and he said you think it's just gonna fly right over the receiver's head.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Right in his hand.
Drops
it's like the weirdest. Like he just throws it, and you're like, there's no way that
drops right in the bread basket.
And it goes right in, and I think that's so important. Just not only to let your receiver get under it, that just shows how well he predicts where
he's gonna be.
And yeah, I think he's the most underrated player in the NFL. He's amazing.
Yeah,
I think once he's done and everything, we'll really appreciate.
No, he's already a Hall of Famer without a doubt.
I think that we'll really be like, wow, we should have really gave him what he deserved when he played, because he is worth every penny of what he got paid.
Oh, for sure.
He's one. We don't say it a lot, but I would say he's top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think unless you are flashy nowadays, you don't get talked about.
Right.
Or unless you have not been in this league and been doing it for 10 years.
Right.
He's been doing it for a long time, but I still think people don't look at him that way.
Yeah.
Because I think we always go back to where were you drafted and how are you playing since you've been drafted. And Tom Brady's kind of grandfathered into this thing of he's been great for years, so we're always going to talk about him.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, Russell Wilson right now, you got to remember, he came out of the Andrew Luck and Robert Griffin, the third draft class. He was drafted in the third round in that class. Those two were drafted top 2.
He was about to go play baseball.
Yeah. So, look, I know Luck retired because of injuries. Yeah, whatever. Griffin, he's not been the same since injuries, but still, out of that draft class, he's outperformed both those guys.
Yeah.
And we looked at both those guys as a generational talent.
Yeah.
And I think it wouldn't have mattered where he was drafted, what team he would have gone to. I think he would have been great regardless.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because his team's not as good as he's used to.
They made the playoffs last year.
But like this year's team,
they're 3-1.
Yeah, but
I see what you're saying.
They're struggling kind of at the receiver position a little bit. The offensive line isn't great. Well, their defense isn't good as it's usually. Remember the freaking Legion of Boom?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Earl Thomas is in Baltimore.
That's where you would think people would appreciate him more.
Yeah, because they're still doing well.
Yeah, and they don't.
Yeah, and I just think he's so underrated. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I can't really confidently name quarterbacks. There is an argument that he could be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, or top 3 at least.
Yeah, and there's arguments for it. Not saying that he is.
No,
but definitely, if someone said that to me, I would have to really consider what they're saying.
Oh, for sure.
They do. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Yep.
He blew out. Who'd they play? Was it
Broncos?
Did it beat Denver? Yeah. They blew,
Technically, I'm a Tom Brady guy, but they should have beat the Patriots.
Yeah. If they
So
run
he
the
should
ball,
have
yeah.
two Super Bowls. I think. Yeah, I think he'll win another Super Bowl, without a doubt. I was gonna say something different of like who he'd win the Super Bowl again before, but I can't make that argument because it could happen anytime.
Right.
No, I think we just don't talk about him that much.
Yeah.
Just because
And you know what? Here on Guys in Jerseys, we're gonna talk about him more.
Yeah, we are.
Because we're not like
If he has a good game tonight, whoa, you bet your ass we're gonna be talking about him on Monday.
And that's the thing I was gonna say. When you're talking about like flashy guys, he came in, and this was kind of before like, I mean, it was obviously after Michael Vick, but the running quarterback was still like a kind of touchy subject.
Yeah.
Because even Michael Vick, the greatest to ever do it, he was still injured.
Well, and Cam was a year ahead of him, so it was still like,
and
what are we
we were
seeing?
seeing Cam just one season.
Yeah.
So, and Russell Wilson doesn't. I mean, he will run. He'll burn you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. When he's running around behind the line of scrimmage, he's always looking downfield.
Yes.
To make a play.
Yes.
He doesn't ever just give. Like you'll see him run all the way to the sideline. You're like, oh, he's gonna take off, and he'll fire that thing 50 yards downfield.
Yeah, he's different. He's not looking to run for a first down. He's looking to run to get a first down.
And like you said, we're used to flashy guys, and Russell Wilson's not flashy. He's tough. He's gritty. Yeah. He just wants to win. He wants to.
Well, that's the thing. I think he just does it the way. Maybe that we expect him to do it, or maybe that's what other people expect him to do it, and maybe that's why we don't think of him as highly. And it's like, look, Mahomes is great, but you can't throw the ball not looking or with your left hand every time. That's not going to win games. You know what wins games in this league is doing what Russell Wilson does. Getting the ball down the field to the guys making a play. Don't give a shit how it looks.
Yeah.
And Wilson's been in this league now for 7 years?
Crazy.
And I'm pretty sure they've only had a losing record maybe 2 years, maybe 2 or 3. Don't quote me on that. But look, last year we rolled their team up. They went 10-6 and made the playoffs. This year they're 3-1 right now. And going into this week, they look better than the Rams. So, and that is not solely, but mostly because of the quarterback, number 3.
I agree. Yeah, I especially. I mean, the loss last week to the Bucs doesn't help, but I do think. I think the Seahawks will win this game, and I think we'll see them in the playoffs again.
Yeah, I think for sure they'll be in the playoffs.
They're always just a tough team. They always just find a way to get it done.
They're gritty. They'll play hard. They don't give a shit how it's done.
Just like how their quarterback does.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they've been so successful these last 7 years or whatever.
Yeah, no, I like him a lot. I do. I think, he's very underappreciated. Just on the fact that we talk about the quarterbacks that are flashy or the guys that haven't played good now are playing better. We talk about those guys more. But no, I think he definitely gets lost in the shuffle.
And then, like you said, he's the reason that these shorter quarterbacks are getting drafted.
Yeah.
It's not Drew Brees because I mean, Drew Brees is a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But that's not what everyone wants now. The game is getting so much faster.
Yeah.
And is adapting so much more that you're seeing these like no huddle offenses.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he's been benefited from the play calling and one of the best play callers that's ever been in the game, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So, I think that he's paved the way for guys like you say, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. He's not short. He's shorter, but he's fast, like Russell, Baker Mayfield, Tua
is looked at as the left-handed Russell Wilson.
And
he very well
drafted pretty highly because of it.
Yeah.
Because there's 32 teams in the NFL. Every single one of them would take a Russell Wilson.
Left-handed.
Left-handed Russell Wilson.
The way he talks too, he does interviews. He talks just like Russell. He's so humble and just like, for the team, we're gonna win. And I don't think we respect guys enough like that anymore. Because obviously, I think it's just an American thing. We always go for the bad guy, the guy that does it differently, not the guy that does it great every day and goes in hard nosed. Yeah, no, lost in the shuffle, underrated as hell. Yeah, he's not my most underrated player. He's my second.
Yeah,
I put him as my most underrated quarterback, just because we don't love him enough, and we need to give him some loving.
And when he's done in the next few years or whatever he has left,
12 years. He'll play another 12 years.
You think so?
Maybe.
That'd be crazy. But when he's done, dude, we're going to look back and we're going to be like, man, we missed this. We missed Russell Wilson.
We missed this guy that just loves on Sierra. We miss his
children.
We just missed this son of a bitch.
Yeah, and we're gonna want him back so bad.
We're gonna cry for
We're
him.
gonna cry. I'll probably cry every day after.
You know what? We're gonna go to his Hall of Fame speech. That's what we're gonna do.
This is gonna be a running thing on the guys in Jersey.
Just Hall of
and
Fame,
we're
Russell
gonna
Wilson.
do it because we're not gonna let this thought die.
No.
We're going to the Hall of Fame speech.
When we say RWHOF, you know what the hell we're talking about. That's exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Great show. We'll be back on Monday.
Yep.
Discuss all the football
Yep.
because basketball sucks right now. Oh, because there isn't any.
That's right.
But no, we'll be back. It's football season. Hockey started. Let's go.